During the post-match presser last week, Cena announced his entry into the men's elimination chamber match, which will take place on March 1st, and also announced that he is flying back to Hungary after the Rumble to finish his movie. PW Insider has now reported that Cena has returned to Budapest, Hungary to film a movie, as he previously mentioned, and it's expected that he won't appear on WWE TV again until Elimination Chamber, Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella's return. Many WWE fans were speculating and wishing that former multi-time world champion Becky Lynch, who has been absent since last June, to make her return at the 2025 Royal Rumble PLE. While Lynch has signed a new contract and made an appearance in promotional capacity, she is yet to make her in-ring return. Fightful Select reports that Lynch was not scheduled for the Rumble and was not in Indianapolis at any time during Royal Rumble weekend. While Lynch didn't make an appearance at the Rumble, WWE legend Nikki Bella made her return in the Women's Rumble match. This was her first in-ring appearance since 2022. According to PW Insider, Nikki has done significant sales since returning to WWE Shop, and the company is pleased with both her return and the results. The report suggests that if she desires a full-time return, it seems that opportunity is available. Jordynne Grace's NXT debut. Former TNA World Champion Jordynne Grace has an impactful debut as she took part in the second Women's Rumble match of her career, her first as a WWE star. Grace was speculated to make her main roster debut following the PLE. According to Fightful Select, Grace's 5-year WWE contract allows her to keep full rights to her name and theme song. She is expected to begin in the developmental brand NXT, but is likely to move to the main roster soon due to the terms of her deal Money in the Bank 2025 PLE. According to WrestleVotes, there are discussions about an international premium live event happening in early July. WrestleVotes also mentions that an announcement regarding this year's Money in the Bank is expected before WrestleMania 41, with the possibility of it taking place on the proposed international date in July. Unfortunate update on Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is supposedly returning to WWE soon. The star has reportedly signed a new contract with the company. However, there is some unfortunate news. For a while, there have been rumors that Becky Lynch is considering returning to the ring. She was recently reported to have signed with the company again after leaving last year. Unfortunately, as per Fightful Select, there do not appear to be creative plans for Becky Lynch's return at this time. There have been rumors that the star was set to be at Raw's debut on Netflix. However, she was not on the show. Fans had expected her to be present and be the one to interrupt Rhea Ripley after her win. But instead, it was The Undertaker who came out. Fightful Select's report stated that it had never been a plan for Lynch to interrupt. The report added that while she was in Los Angeles, she was not at the show. It went on to say that the creative does not have exact plans for her return at this time, but she has signed and will be returning soon. Fans will have to wait and see if the man will be at the Royal Rumble event soon. Becky Lynch and WWE. When is her return set to happen? Becky Lynch, a prominent figure in WWE, has been the subject of much speculation regarding her status with the company. After her contract expired in the spring of 2024, Lynch took a hiatus from wrestling, focusing on personal projects and family time. The man has been one of the top wrestlers in WWE and has often claimed to be the top wrestler of the company. However, after her long period of wrestling, for which she has been training since 2002, it is evident that Becky Lynch took a well-deserved break. During this period, she remained a free agent, with both parties reportedly on good terms. Becky Lynch all set to return? In January 2025, reports emerged indicating that Lynch had agreed to a new contract with WWE, though the specifics of the deal were not disclosed. Despite this development, as of December 2024, WWE had not finalized any plans for her return, including potential appearances at major events like WrestleMania. While the news of her comeback has now been confirmed, the company is shying away from divulging any details about when and how this monumental moment will play out. Becky Lynch's return being on the horizon is a very exciting time for fans, with the new Netflix era and the Royal Rumble fast approaching. During her hiatus, Lynch hinted at a possible return but made no definitive commitments. She expressed enjoyment in her current pursuits and mentioned working on exciting new projects, including training for a half marathon, indicating her continued focus on fitness. As of now, while Becky Lynch is under contract with WWE, her official return date to the ring remains unconfirmed. Time for Becky Lynch's return after failing to show up at Royal Rumble predicted by ex-WWE writer Becky Lynch has been absent from WWE TV for almost 8 months. Former WWE writer Freddie Prinze Jr. recently predicted when the man would make her comeback. The 38-year-old last wrestled in May when she lost to Liv Morgan in a steel cage Women's World Championship match on Raw. She has since reportedly left the company after her contract expired. However, the man appeared in Netflix's teaser for Raw, which led to speculations about her return. Reports later suggested she had signed a new deal with the Stanford-based company. While many expected her to return at Royal Rumble 2025, she did not. Speaking on his Wrestling with Freddie podcast, Prinze Jr. predicted that 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner Charlotte Flair will challenge and beat WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania 41. He suggested Lynch would then return to confront the Queen, leading to them reigniting their historic feud. I think Charlotte will probably win the championship, and that's when you'll see Becky Lynch come back, and everyone will go, yeah, Becky versus Charlotte. And then they can have like a little John Cena Randy Orton beef back and forth, he said. Becky Lynch's WWE return date remains unknown. During a recent live Q&A on Backstage Pass, WrestleVotes provided an update on Becky Lynch's situation after she failed to appear at Royal Rumble last Saturday. According to the report, the company is waiting for the right time and place to bring back the former Women's World Champion. Meanwhile, Triple H and his creative team did not want to overdo surprises at Royal Rumble. The show witnessed the returns of Trish Stratus, Alexa Bliss, and Jordynne Grace, in addition to Charlotte Flair, whose comeback was announced beforehand. As far as Becky, it might be right place, right time, and they didn't want to overdo it with the surprises. It will be interesting to see if Prinze Jr.'s predicted scenario for Lynch's comeback comes true. Randy Orton and Becky Lynch are two of the biggest names in WWE. Fans wanted to see these two pop up at Royal Rumble 2025. However, there wasn't any sighting of the Viper or the Man at the PLE. Randy Orton hasn't been seen since he took a piledriver from Kevin Owens on the November 8, 2024 episode of SmackDown. As for Lynch, the Man last competed in a WWE ring on the May 27, 2024 episode of Raw. During a recent edition of Live Q&A on Backstage Pass, WrestleVotes provided a backstage update on Randy Orton and Becky Lynch not appearing at WWE Royal Rumble 2025. I've heard some stuff on Randy that I don't want to speculate, so I don't want to put out there yet. Nothing serious, but I just don't think he was ready to come back to TV yet. And as far as Becky, it might be right place, right time, and they didn't want to overdo it with the surprises. You know, you got Charlotte and Jordynne Grace and Alexa Bliss and a couple of other people. So maybe they're saving her for Toronto or something like that. So I just think it was a mix of situations there. Speaking of Kevin Owens, the prizefighter dished the same punishment to best friend Sami Zayn last night on Raw. Fans will have to wait to see if KO addresses his assault this week on the blue brand. Becky Lynch may return to WWE for only one woman. It's not Liv Morgan or Rhea Ripley. Becky Lynch's WWE return is one that many are anticipating after she has been continuously advertised for Raw on Netflix. However, it seems like when she returns, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley might not be the target she will have in mind. Becky Lynch hasn't been seen on WWE television since May 2024 after losing a cage match for the Women's World Championship to Liv Morgan on Raw. The Man chose not to renew her contract when it expired the following month, but she may be nearing a return soon. Once she returns, a new champion will welcome her back, Rhea Ripley. Although she has a history with both women, the Man might be eyeing another current title holder, Lyra Valkyria.